my channel. Thanks for coming back. I also want to thank you guys for all of the support that I got on the first video. It was so awesome. I wasn't expecting it, but it was like very much appreciated, and I'm excited to start this journey. So let's just go ahead and get into today's video, which I am excited for. I hope you guys are also excited for it. I am a super nosy person. I love to see what people are spending their hard-earned cash on. I am going to show you guys some recent purchases of mine. The Sephora VIB sale recently happened and my order came in sooner than expected. Obviously the sale is over. I purchased my order the last day of the sale, like a ding dong. I wasn't supposed to get the products in until next week, but they showed up on my door, which is really exciting. So I figured I would still go ahead and show you guys. These sales do happen multiple times a year. And on top of that, a lot of the brands that I'm talking about are holding sales of their own, especially right now. Memorial weekend is this weekend. So kind of just peruse, see if you can find any good deals and get your hands on some of this good stuff. Before we get into the video, I just want to add a little bit of a disclaimer. I work really hard. I purchase all of these products on my own, and this is how I choose to spend my money. I understand that makeup can be very expensive. I have several videos coming up, not just using, you know, prestige brands, but this is really like where my heart lies, you know, besides like a concert or like a really good burrito. I don't spend a lot of money other than kind of this world. Please don't feel pressured to purchase any of these things, but it is something that I really love to talk about. I will be using most of these products in future videos, so I just want to kind of put that out there before we get into the video. I'm not trying to make anyone, you know, feel uncomfortable. So, all right, let's get into it. Okay, I've got my nice little box here, and we're gonna just jump in and start talking about some of these products. I did leave any of the skincare that I purchased out only because I will dedicate a whole video about my skincare routine. I tend to use the same products and have for a while, so I didn't want to include that in here. Okay, so I picked up a few things from Revolve. If you haven't shopped on Revolve, I don't know what you're doing. The beauty section is just finely tailored and just beautiful, and I really appreciate it. They also get your products to you so fast. I purchased an order on a Friday. It was literally here the next day. I'm in Arizona. I believe they ship out of California. So, I mean, I am relatively close, but the fact that it got here the next day was kind of like mind-blowing to me. Usually with beauty products, it takes like a week or two, which I am not complaining about, especially right now. Makeup is like the last thing on people's minds during this whole pandemic, but I just really want to shout them out because that is just, I think it's an amazing thing. It's super weird. I don't do this anywhere else, but what I'll do is I will like shop based on like colors and how I'm going to create a look. I'm not kidding. I don't do this on any other website that I buy stuff off of, but I do it on Revolve. So I picked up a few things in kind of the same color story so I could create a few different looks. So I went ahead and got these three together. This is the Sigma Cor-De-Rosa palette. This is their newest palette. I have not tried a palette from Sigma. However, I really love just like pink eyeshadow, pink tones, rosy tones. That and like peaches is where just warmer tones. A few shades really caught my eye. These two right here, and then this really lovely purple like blue duochrome. I'm super excited to use this guy. I'll be doing a look using that palette, so stay tuned for that. Go with the palette, I also picked up the Lilah Lip Glow Oil, I believe is what these are called. And this is in the shade B.elegant. It's this beautiful like rosy tone. And I also picked up the Kevyn Aucoin lip pencil in the shade Divine. I thought these two would go really well with that Sigma palette, and I am really excited to create a look using them. Like I said, I shop to create a look for some reason when I'm on Revolve. So I picked up these three things to kind of go together to create like a beautiful summer look. This is the new Spritz Edit palette from Viseart. If you don't know, Viseart has these super cute compact little palettes that they've started doing, the Edit series. I also have the Rose Edit palette. I loved the quality of that, and that's kind of why I was inclined to pick this guy up. I will say I wish this was something other than like a little plastic kind of thing. I like the actual outer laying of the packaging, but what the pans kind of sit in, I feel, is a little bit flimsy. However, the reason I love these guys is because I like to take these with me when I travel. I find them so compact, so great. Instead of taking like one of my giant Natasha Denona palettes with me, or like even an Anastasia palette, this is just so thin and like it's like a little wallet. I felt like it was perfect for summer. It's inspired by an Aperol Spritz, and it really is just so beautiful with all these lovely little oranges and golds. I also picked up the RMS Beauty Lip Shine. I also have the shade Sublime, which is this pink shade. It's really great. But I picked up the shade Moment, and the reason I picked this up is it is a nude, but it has a yellow undertone, which I thought was kind of unique and I thought would go really well with that Spritz palette. And I'm excited to see if I love it just as much as the other shade. The last thing I picked up from Revolve is one of the new Sun Show bronzers from Kosas. This is the shade Light. So they have 3 shades, a light, medium, and dark. I picked this one up because I am quite fair right now. But when I picked that guy up, I realized how light it was, and I do get quite a bit darker in the summer months if I spend time outside. I'm going to go ahead and talk about my Sephora order. I went ahead and picked up the shade Medium as well, just to kind of transition myself in and out of summer. I picked up 2 other products from Kosas when I did my Sephora order. I picked up one of their cream blushes in the shade Tropic Equinox. I picked up the high intensity version. They have like a lighter version and then like a shade for deeper tones. The reason I picked up the high intensity version is because I really like a darker shade for my blushes. I like something a little bit deeper, even when I am pretty fair. And I felt like the highlighter was still light enough that I could get some use out of it when I was fair, and then definitely get use out of it when I had a little bit of a tan. So I went ahead and picked up that guy. I picked up one of their lip oil glosses, and I got the shade Dip. The reason I picked this guy up is because I really love the Fenty Gloss Bomb and Fenty Glow. However, I've recently really started loving lip oils. I find them to be a little bit more hydrating and comfortable on my lips. I have dry skin, so anything I can do to kind of help myself out, I will. So I picked this guy up in Dip. It is pretty comparable to the Fenty color, and I was hoping that it would be just a tad bit more hydrating. That way I can kind of get the same effect. This is the Pat McGrath Sublime Skin Fetish Foundation and the concealer. I have, for some reason, been hesitant to purchase anything from Pat McGrath, which I don't understand why. I love her. She also had a sale on her website. I picked up some other products. I will be doing a dedicated video on just her brand in general, and I'll be using these guys in there. Alright, I picked up some more Charlotte Tilbury products. I picked up the Pillow Talk liner. I really love like kind of these pencil eyeliners to smudge out. I kind of like that lived-in look. I feel like that will really accomplish this. I'm sure I'm gonna love it. I picked up a few complexion products from her. Other than her blushes and like her bronzer, I haven't tried any of her complexion products. So I picked up the Hollywood Flawless Filter in the shade 3. This is the light medium shade. I figured under foundation it would be great to transition both from when I'm a little bit fair to when I have a bit of a tan. I also got the Light Wonder foundation. I've heard some pretty good things about this. It's very sheer. If that's not your realm, I wouldn't even suggest trying it. I also picked up her Airbrush Flawless Finish Complexion Perfecting Micro Powder. The reason I picked this guy up is because I've heard amazing things for setting your under eye when you have dry skin. I typically don't use powder. Powder and me are not friends. There are really only 2 powders that I actually like. That's gonna be the Hourglass Translucent Veil Setting Powder, and Becca has one, I believe it's called the Hydro Mist Powder. Those 2 I find don't affect my dry skin. They don't make me look crepey, but I still don't really like to use them to set my under eye, and I've heard this does not mess with your dry skin. It still gives you that kind of nice dewy look that I'm always trying to go for, but still sets it when you're trying to go for like a full glam day. That's like the one unfortunate thing when you have dry skin is like fuller coverage products. They tend to be a little bit more drying because they are long lasting. and it's hard for me to kind of navigate that world that I love so much. So I'm excited to try this out and see if it does not give me that gross, you know, cakey, chunky under eye situation that I do not like so much. I am repurchasing for like the millionth time. This is the Laura Mercier Tinted Moisturizer. I love this product. I have yet to try the new reformulation. I just ran out of the one right before this guy. I've heard that it's still just as great as it has been. She's reformulated this thing a million times and it's always been great. So I'm sure I'll still love it. I got the shade 2 and 1 in case you kind of want to do a color match to my skin tone. I am pretty neutral and I have lighter skin right now. I also picked up, this is not a repurchase, this is a first time purchase. This is the Flawless Fusion Ultra Longwear Concealer from Laura Mercier. I heard it's pretty comparable to my favorite NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer, which I'm actually just wearing as my foundation today. It's perfect for setting under your under eye. Some days I just wear it as foundation. You can use it to kind of highlight. You can use it for just so many things. It's such a versatile product. It's such a beautiful product. I'm always trying to, you know, find a concealer that I love just as much. I've heard really good things about this, especially for dry skin. I've heard it's, you know, similar, so we'll see. I'm gonna have to test it out and see if I like it just as much, because so far nothing's beat it. Another repurchase of mine. This is like my 5th bottle. I love this stuff so much. Guess what? I have dry skin. Have I told you guys yet? I don't think I have, but I do. And when I am purchasing a primer or using a primer, I'm looking to hydrate my skin. That's it. I don't care about like filling in my pores. I really don't mind the look of my pores. I'm not trying to mattify my skin. I'm not even trying to like elongate the wear of my foundation. However, this does do that, but it hydrates my skin more than anything. It's so beautiful. I really love this one and the Ciate Watermelon Hydrating Primer. That one does have fragrance. I don't believe this does. I mean, it doesn't have a scent. You find fragrance irritating even in something like a primer, then I highly suggest this guy. It is just, this one gets chef's kiss, guys. This is a baby. This is a good one. I happened to pick up a few NARS products. I lost my Kevyn Aucoin pencil sharpener. There's not a day that goes by that I don't wear lip liner. That's one of my favorite products. I needed a new lip sharpener. I went ahead and picked up the NARS one because the Kevyn Aucoin one is sold out everywhere, and this one had good reviews. So we'll see if it works just as good. If you can get your hands on the Kevyn Aucoin one and you are a fan of either pencil liners or lip liners, then get the Kevyn Aucoin one. Another product from NARS, I picked up the Tinted Smudge Proof Eyeshadow Base. I used to use the original shade. This isn't the one light. It's kind of similar to my skin tone right now. The reason I picked this up is because the Stila Suede shade, the one in Nude Awakening, I use that pretty much before every eyeshadow look. Sometimes I'll just wear it on its own just to cancel out like any blue or like veiny looks in my eyes. I'm not sure if it's discontinued. I just don't know. I don't know, and the hassle of finding it is like a little too complicated for me. So I picked this guy up. I'm hoping that it's good as I remember. I remember using the just like the clear one, and it was good. So if this can kind of replace that, I'd be happy, because this is definitely more widely available. The last NARS product I got, okay, I don't know why. I have no problem spending money on makeup. I admit it. But for some reason, when it comes to NARS eyeshadow palettes, I always have like a hard time pulling the trigger. I can't give you a reason why. I'm not sure. And I've been lusting after this for a while, since it was released a few months ago. This is the Afterglow palette from NARS. I'm so happy I picked it up. It is, like, the packaging is so beautiful. It has these lovely ridges. It almost looks like this foiled, like, kind of water look. I picked up this guy. It is just like a warm tone person's dream. It has a lot of beautiful light browns, some golds, some nudes, a little lovely, like, kind of peach and orange situation. And then this guy right here is definitely what caught my eye. So I'm excited to like play around with this, create different looks with this. I'm obsessed with just smaller palettes. That's kind of, I feel like, where things are going right now, and I'm really happy about it. Anything that can kind of like just fit in my hand, because I'm never gonna hit pan. Don't get me wrong, like with my Natasha Denona palettes, I love her eyeshadows, but the palettes are huge and I hate traveling with them. I'm happy that she's starting to come out with those $65 ones that are like a little bit smaller, because I find them just so much easier to use, to travel with, to just even if you like need to do your makeup in your car, you know, it's such a good size. So I'm excited that a lot of brands are starting to go that way. And also, oh god, guys, it's just so pretty. Fenty also had a sale, and they had it after the VIB sale ended, like a few days after. And the first day they had 30% off. So I ordered another bronzer and a few more of their cream blushes and the brush to go with it. I was only gonna buy these two when I got them at Sephora. It was gonna be really good. The shade Rose Latte, and I also got the shade Butter Biscuit for the bronzer. Shade Butter Biscuit, I believe, is the second lightest. I also picked up like a shade kind of in the middle when I bought them on Fenty, just to kind of use during, how many times do I need to say it, when I'm a little bit more tan. I do get tan, guys, I promise. I'm not always this pasty. I think a lot of us have like collections that are growing because the market is growing, and I want to get through my products and I want to use them. I really enjoy the size of this little guy. This is something I'm really excited about. I'm excited about all of this stuff. You know, when I thought, like, when Clean Beauty first started, I thought it was like Burt's Bees, okay? Which, they have some great stuff. But, this is a new brand, Rowan. This is the most beautiful quad. I got the 75 degree palette. They have two other palettes, like two other quads. These look incredible. They're trying to be sustainable as much as they can. I think you should go on Rowan's website and kind of learn a little bit more about them. If we get higher quality products with better ingredients, I'm here for it. I'm truly like looking forward to what else they come out with. Speaking of clean makeup brands, Milk Makeup, I picked up the Kush mascara. I'm always on the hunt for a good mascara because I can't wear falsies. The glue just irritates the bejesus out of my eye. Even with some mascaras, unfortunately, my eyes will just be so red by the end of the day, so irritated. I'm always on the hunt to, you know, try something new, see if it works for me, give it a go. I love everything that I've tried thus far from Milk. I really love any kind of wand that's like super thick, especially for my top lashes. Hoping this does not, you know, mess with me. Last two guys right here, I picked up another Patrick Ta lip liner. These are so awesome, guys. If you haven't tried them, I do recommend them. I picked up the shade She's Humble. They have this lovely little like clicker pen, and so you don't have to sharpen it, you don't have to twist it up. Click it, and it's so satisfying. The shade range that he has is so beautiful. He kind of fits my, you know, I really like sticking in that monochromatic look. That's one of my favorite looks to do, and Patrick Ta makes it really easy to do that. These are lovely little things, and the packaging is so pretty, so I do recommend those. Also picked up lipstick from Kaja. How do I say this? I didn't think they were going to be that good of products because the packaging is really kitschy, you know, it seems a little gimmicky, but everything I've tried so far has actually been amazing. So I picked up one of their lipsticks. I got the shade Baby Girl, and it's so cute. It's a little heart, and that's what I mean. Like, everything's just so sweet with this brand. I'm hopeful for like anything that they release because everything's worked out so far. Okay, friends, that's going to be it for today's video. I know we talked about a lot of products, but if there is anything that you were extremely interested in, go ahead and let me know in the comments down below, and I'll make sure to do a dedicated video about it. I will also list all of these products in my description box. Unfortunately, I know the Sephora sale is over, but like I said, just kind of look out. A lot of brands are having really awesome sales right now, and I'm sure you'll be able to kind of pick something up. And this sale does happen multiple times a year, so if there was something that you're super interested in, do what I do. I just kind of, you know, I ride the waves. I wait and see if I still want it, you know, by the time the next sale comes. If you didn't see the Instagram post, I'm going to be posting every Monday and Friday. It's going to be like a consistent thing, so you guys can kind of look out. I don't have a specific time. I'm still kind of figuring that part out, but Mondays and Fridays, and I will post on my Instagram when the video goes live. So if you aren't already, follow me on there as well, just to kind of stay updated. Thanks again, guys. for all the love and support. My heart feels nice and warm and good inside. I hope you guys are staying safe, stay well, enjoy the long weekend. I know I'm going to, and I will see you guys again on Monday. All right, bye.